What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Plants vs. Zombies Garden for 2 video. Today, well, first I want to say, don't have my glasses on, I have contacts in, so sorry if I look a little different, you're gonna have to get used to it. But today, for the second to last day of the 2-week uploads, I wanted to do something special and kind of a throwback. I haven't really had any ideas for this series, but today, I have thought of an idea. Actually, not dry of ideas still. Because today we are doing top 10 most fun characters in Garden Warfare 2. This list is based off of how fun they are. Being good does not always mean that they're fun. For example, let's see. What character is good but not fun? Or every character is fun to an extent. Like, I'd say like regular Corn. He's pretty good, but he's just, you know, he's a basic Corn. He's really good, but doesn't mean he's fun. He's just good. So, you know, it's like basically just like unique characters, but at the same time characters who are just fun. I don't know how else to put it. So today we're gonna be ranking the top 10 most fun characters. Let me know your guys' opinions in the comments. Obviously this is my opinion. This is not like a fact. These are opinions. And if you guys have any top 10 ideas, leave them in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys enjoy, like the video. I said my whole thing backwards for some reason. And yeah, let's get into number 10. Coming in at number 10 is going to be a two-way character. It's actually going to be Unicorn Chomper and Twilight Chomper. And the reason why I put these characters at number 10, which I'll count them as one, because the reason why is they're warps. Because, you know, a normal Chomper, you have Burrow, and yeah, you don't have anything else. You just have Burrow and you have Sprint Burrow. So having a Chomper that can get on roofs, like with this teleport, and can just teleport around, is first of all, it's good, and second of all, it's really fun to do. You know, how many times have you been, you know, like about to die and you just warped out of there and you lived? Obviously, Twilight Chomper and Unicorn, they have different warp abilities. Unicorn has a shorter warp, but instead has 2, and Twilight Chomper has 1 big warp. I don't really have an opinion on which one is more fun. I mean, I'd probably say Twilight Chomper because I've played Unicorn Chomper like twice in my entire life. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably say, I don't know. I don't know. They're both equally fun. The warp really is really interesting because it's just so weird having a Chomper like warp around instead of burrowing around, because you know their whole thing is like going on around and burrowing. That's like the thing they're known for. And instead you trade this out for a warp. It's different, but honestly, I like it. It's fun, and yeah, that's why they're number 10. Coming in at number 9, probably not a shock to anybody, but it is Toxic Brains. Toxic Brains. A lot of people actually quite recently have been telling me he's not as good as, you know, people make him out to be. I think he's still a really good character because, you know, his overload makes him amazing and fun. Because, I mean, what character can do 30, 60, 90 damage? So what is that? 150 damage? No, 180 damage. I don't know. My math was wrong there. Sorry. What character can do 180 damage that swiftly, like that fast? No other character. It's so much fun when you go into a group of people and you punch a couple times and you have overload and you just kill all of them. And not to mention you move faster and you just look cooler. So, you know, I just think Toxic Brains is one of those characters where, and also his meter is a lot easier to fill up because you don't actually get kills, you just punch people. So, you know, a lot easier to fill up, obviously. I just think Toxic Brains is one of the most fun characters. He's also like very good too. Yeah, Toxic Brains, super fun character. Coming in at number 8 is also going to be another Super Brains. It is Cosmic Brains. So, mixed opinions about Cosmic Brains for me. Recently I played him. He was actually doing pretty good. I've always kind of thought he was trashy, but he's still fun. He's still really fun to use. You know, charging, he has, I believe he has 2 charges. So, you know, there's the regular punch, and then there's the first charge, and then the second charge. And it just makes it fun, you know. Choosing whether or not to use the first charge or second charge is just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like a level of fun that is not really found in many characters. You know, you got the second charge, which just deletes them, literally deletes them. They do not exist if that happens. And another good part about it is if you go up to a group of plants and you use your second charge, if they're all really low, you can just like wipe them out of the plane of existence like instantly. So yeah, I think Cosmic Brains is really fun. He is, you know, he can be good sometimes. He can be trash sometimes to me, but regardless, I still, usually have a pretty fun time playing him, and that's why he's number 8. Coming in at number 7 is going to be the one and only Chemist. Chemist is he's such a solid scientist, you know. His spread shot is really fun to use. There's a big theme here with groups of people because, you know, you go up to a group of people with Chemist, and if you don't get spotted, you'll have a very easy time killing them. You know, throwing some sticky grenades and go in there with your gun. So I don't know, I just feel like Chemist is super fun to use. You know, when he has his damage upgrade, he deals like 40 damage. He's got like 6 or 7 shots. He's just super fun to run around with and just like terrorize people with. He's also super good. So I just think Chemist, honestly, I've never had a bad time playing as Chemist, I don't think. Only downside obviously is he has no long range, but I think that kind of adds to the fun of it. You know, you can't shoot them from long range. You have to go up there and find a way, you know, to kill them. So like, I don't know, someone sniping from the back, you know, you gotta go all the way back there and kill them close up because you can't like shoot at them like other scientists like paleontologists and astronauts can. You just gotta go up to them, find a way to kill them, and not to mention his spread shot is amazing. Like probably one of the best single shots in the entire game. Just an amazing shot, amazing character, and super fun to play. Coming in at number 6, probably should have been number 7, but it is Z7 Imp. Z7 Imp. Who can argue with this? We're getting to the point now where you can't really argue with these characters because Z7 Imp, he's so fun just to jump around with and just trigger spam. That's why, you know, he's so much fun, is because you can trigger finger with him. If your trigger finger is good, he will shoot very fast and he deals a ton of damage per shot. So he basically has, I don't actually know if he has the highest DPS in the game because I don't know if there's a cap on how fast you can shoot, but if you have a good trigger finger, he is so much fun, and thankfully I have a pretty decent trigger finger. So for me, jumping around and killing people is awesome. I love when I get to gravity grenade people and I just trigger spam, and the whole team gets absolutely wipes. And not to mention his mech is also super fun. His LB ability, or his gravity pool, one of the most interesting abilities in the entire game, because, you know, you gravity pool people and then you use your sword and you slice into pieces. I think I don't know, it's just super entertaining whenever I get to do that. It's really fun to do that. And yeah, so that is Z7 Imp. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Electr P. Literally no complaints about this character. Probably best plant in the entire game. Probably best character in the entire game overall. Detonation character, Pogo P, Bean Bomb, P Gatling. Might I add more? I don't think there needs to be more than that. He is a detonation character that can bunny hop, throw down bean bombs, use P Gatling. I mean, there is no other character in the entire game as overpowered as Electr P, and that's just what makes him so good, is that he's just so overpowered and so much fun to play. And that's what makes him so much fun to play, is he's just so overpowered that you can't just not have a fun time with him. Like, I've never had a bad time ever, not even close to a bad time with Electr P. Like, every single time I've played him, I just had a blast. And I mean, to be fair, it's at expense of everybody else, but I had a fun time with him. So, you know, Electr P, amazing character. Also, without his upgrades, he's still very fun to play. A lot of these characters, I'm just basing them off with their upgrades, which, yeah, if you don't have their upgrades, it doesn't really like matter too much. Still a very fun character to play even without his upgrades. That is why he's going to be number 5. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Tank Commander. Tank Commander, oh my gosh, probably one of my favorite soldiers of all time. He just has a factor of, I don't even know what the word would be. He just has like some sort of like, I guess the word would be like stress factor, you know, because he only has one shot and he reloads and then you can shoot again. It's weird. So he's a one-shot character. He's the most fun one-shot character. I think there's like 2 or 3 of these types of characters in the game. You know, obviously like Iron Citron and Captain Squawk. That's who it is. He's definitely the most fun one-shot character because just going up to people and using Tank Commander is just, there really is no like specific reason other than him only having one shot. It just adds so much fun to the character. It's such a weird thing. But if you've ever played him and like maxed him out, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta play him to understand how fun he is. Just going around and destroying people with the Tank Commander's one shot. Can't really use him from a distance, And obviously, that's like the thing with Chemist is I think that's why it like makes him fun is you can use him from a distance, but it's not recommended. Just having to go up to people and just, you know, blowing their heads off with his what's his gun called? With his rockets. We'll say with his rockets that he shoots. It's just so much fun, like having a character that just shoots rockets. I don't know. You just have to play him. You just have to have him fully maxed out with his reloads, and you have to play him. And trust me, you will have a blast. Coming in at number 3, we have Rhodey Z. The same thing with Chemist and Tank Commander, except a lot more fun because he is an engineer, so you got the jackhammer, which just adds so much more fun to it. Rhodey Z, if you do not know, is like the Chemist of engineers. He also has 150 health instead of 125, and the reason for that is probably because he's only close range, and he's like a combination of like Chemist and Z7 because you can trigger spam with him, and makes it super fun going up against a bunch of people and just trigger spamming. It's the same thing, you know, with like Electr P2. As you can tell, a lot of these characters have a lot of similarities because Rhodey Z comes at the expense of the other team, because every time there's a Rhodey Z, I know everybody just like kind of shrivels up inside and hates it. He's just so much fun to run around with, especially if you have the speed jackhammer going around people and just trigger spamming. It's one of the best feelings ever when you're getting a ton of kills. Super easy to get kills with them. And also, you know, you have the sonic grenade that literally just gives you free kills. Like, it's just a free kill machine. Bolt Blaster, I don't really mind Bolt Blaster. I don't really even use it. I don't think I've used it more than like 10 times in my entire life. Yeah, so, you know, his 2 abilities plus him being close range, again, adds that factor of you have to go up to them to kill them, so you have to have direct contact. Just makes the game so much more fun like that. I don't know. Obviously, like, you can tell there's a theme. Sitting in the back is just not my play style. I love being aggressive and just going in there and destroying people. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Torchwood. Now, recently, I've had some pretty bad experiences with Torchwood, with people, I wouldn't call it targeting, but he's a very big character, so he's very easy to, you know, want to kill. There are times, and this happens quite frequently, where, you know, you're going up to somebody and you just blaze and blast them. The best feeling ever, just killing a ton of people with blaze and blast. And Smoldering Madness, running after someone with Smoldering Madness is literally like, it's like chasing a dog. Leaf Shield makes you invincible. You can just walk in with Leaf Shield and you probably will not ever die. I mean, if you die with Leaf Shield, then there must have been like 5 people shooting at you at once, which does happen a lot. But also another thing is everybody's locked onto you, so it's like you feel like you're the one that they're after. It's like you feel like you're the main character. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody's shooting at you and they just want to kill you because you're Torchwood. You're very menacing to them. You know, Torchwood, super fun character. I actually remember when I first got him, it was like when Trials of Noahs first came out, and everybody was like messaging me. They were like, how'd you get him? Like, they're literally like day of. And it was probably one of the most fun days in Garden Warfare 2 history for me, is just playing as Torchwood, because nobody knew what to do. Nobody had no idea how to play him, and nobody had no idea what to go up against, really. It was just an amazing feeling, and thankfully the feeling still kind of lingers today, you know, with, you know, his abilities just amazing, and his primary is also pretty good. You can use him at a long range. It's not really recommended, but you know, you can do whatever you want with Torchwood because he's Torchwood, and also because he has 275 health. But he is not as fun as the #1 most fun character in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Breakfast Brains. So, I know you guys are going to think this is going to be a little bit biased, but listen to me. I know he might not be the greatest character. I think that Breakfast Brains is the most fun character in Garden Warfare 2, and I've always thought this since the day I got him. Charging up your attacks with him is so much fun because you just jump into, like, let's say you just jump on someone with your kick and you just start charging up and you just see them getting demolished with slaps. They don't know what to do a lot of the times. If they're a new player, it's even better because they have no idea what's happening, because his fists or his slaps make it so hard to see if you're up in their face. And then say you're about to die, you just kick them and run away, and then you just keep repeating that, and it's just such a fun thing to do. I don't know why, but it's just so much fun to do. There are times where it's kind of hard to do that because, you know, you go up against a chomper and he goops you, and it's just like, damn. On the very big chance that doesn't happen, it's just so rewarding when you do that. You jump onto someone, slap them a couple thousand times, and then you jump away and do it to the next person. It's so much fun. He's so mobile too. It's like Toxic Brains and Cosmic Brains, but combined. And both of those characters on this list, which makes number 1. It's just, oh my god, it's so much fun. It's another character like Tank Commander, you just have to play him to know. You also have to play him right. As another thing is, you can't just play him like however you want, because he is a pretty mid character, I'll admit that. He's like C tier character at least C tier character. So, you know, Breakfast Brains, get his upgrades too, makes him so much better. His damage upgrades and his reheat upgrades just make him so much more fun to use. Please master this character and play him for a couple hours the way I just described, and I promise you it will be fun. Him being able to just jump around and destroy people with them being freaked out. Like, I did add that before, but dude, I'm telling you, it is crazy when you're going up against the Breakfast Brains as like a sunflower. You cannot do anything. There's like, you just cannot do anything. It's an amazing feeling, and that is why Breakfast Brains is number 1. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my list for the top 10 most fun characters in Garden Warfare 2. Let me know your top 10 most fun characters in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like. If you guys are new, subscribe. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. Also, leave your top 10 suggestions in the comments below, and I will see you guys. Peace.